Hey guys, we're going to start in just about 5 minutes, so get the questions in guys, and I'll be with you in 5 minutes. We'll put on. Afternoon. Hello guys. Sorry about that. Always having my dinner. That's why I was having my din-dins today, which is cool. Oh yeah, there's another seat here by the way, because Jade's been here today as well. And it's been a good day. So welcome. It's Tuesday, it's live, it's Queensville, it's 7 o'clock. Just gone 7 o'clock. And welcome guys. I promised this week there was no computer issues this week. Oh, well actually one thing happened. My computer was acting up yesterday, and I've been figuring out what's causing the problem for the computer. Apparently the memory was acting funny, and today the computer's been working spot on, but the memory in the computer's acting funny for some reason. So no, we're not doing computer nights tonight. Instead, we're going to do Queen chat tonight. And if you just tuned in, you haven't missed anything because I've just started. So that's cool. I've got some couple of things to mention today. We've had me and Jade's been busy today with a couple of things, and we've just started her YouTube channel has been launched, and I'm going to quickly show you her channel now. We have it today, and her YouTube channel is launched. Jade's channel has been sorted out now. We're getting some more videos produced in the next couple of days. But if you guys want to subscribe to her channel, subscribe to her channel if you want to. It's Jade Hughes. Her YouTube channel is there. Basically, subscribe to her, be notified, click the bell, and you guys will notify the videos uploading to her channel. And she is directing her videos now, which is really amazing. So do subscribe to her, guys. And she wants a lot more content produced for her channel as well, which is even good for us to do. And she is doing really well. She's doing really well as well, which is really exciting times coming ahead. So just a few things to mention. I've been on the Discogs site today. Got some really interesting information to tell you guys about Discogs, and I've had a great few nice weekend as well, which has been amazing. And we've also had some purchases of Secret Voice has been well received. We're doing really well that album now, and Jade's been really over the moon with it, really, because she's been getting loads more attention for it, and it's been doing really well. So it's really cool. One of our subscribers has bought the album. I've sent it today, but I've got a funny feeling I'm going to go back to the post office tomorrow because I owe 30 pence. I owe 30 pence because I tried to send the CD, and literally I've got to go back there tomorrow and pay it because literally I haven't forgot my card, and I've been searching around for my card. But luckily tomorrow a little 30 pence goes a long way. So I'll be sorting out tomorrow. I haven't had time today because basically I've had to just try and send it off and stuff, and I said, oh, you 30 pence, 30 pence, and send it off. So that's why it's been delayed. But it is, but to Gaming Head, yes, he bought the album and he is doing well. So that's cool. Hopefully Nicola Pierce will be on tonight as well, because I like Nicola Pierce's chat on Tuesday, which is cool. We are going to stick with the Tuesday nights doing live here as well on YouTube. So we're doing two nights of Queensville now for this one. Hopefully this weekend we might be going up to, I'm not going to say we will be, we might be going up to see Mark to see his Queen collection this Saturday. I don't know if plans are still going ahead with that. I've got to phone up and find out what's happening with that first. But he can't watch Queensville at the moment because he hasn't got the internet, and I don't know if he's got his internet on yet. So it's a matter of just waiting and say really for it. So we'll see. But I'll keep you guys informed of that in the next couple of days, and we'll see what happens with that, which is even cool. Anyway, so Planet Mix is back after his break away because I haven't seen him for a couple of days. And it's nice to see him again, which is really good. He sent me a message saying, how are things? It's been a Planet Mixer day here in Newton Aycliffe. Nice one. Things are good. It's good, man. Business has been good today. Jade's been in today for a couple of hours and had a nice, relaxing day. Tomorrow's just coming over tomorrow as well. Because she hasn't got much to do really for the next couple of days. So really she's going to have 2 days extra in here to work. And she's doing really well tonight, which is cool. But yeah, it's been cool. I've had some messages off Nicola Pierce, and she said, I'm glad she didn't. She said, don't want to sound negative, but I'm glad she didn't buy that resin doll because it was just wasn't worth it. You know, was seeing that. I mean, it was nice to have. It's nice to see it, but from my point of view, I don't think I would be interested in buying it. To be honest, that's my official opinion about it. I don't think I'd be interested to buy it. I kind of think. I mean, it would be good if it was the heavy one, the heavy duty one, which was the prototype one they used. But I wouldn't. I don't think that'll be in my collection at all for it and stuff. Like someone said on Saturday, "What's the rarest thing you got in your collection?" And actually, looking back at that video, I realised the rarest thing on vinyl I have is the probably that Fame remix of Queen One. The Queen One album, which is really cool. I listened to Queen One. Actually, I listened to the Queen One album last night, and I really like it. Actually, I really think it's great. Actually, it was weird because when I was playing back Great King Rat last night, I reversed the track, and I wanted to see what was the hype all about that song, and I played it backwards, and I realised that it was weird how Mercury's ideas were coming for that song anyway, which was really good. And also Brian uses a different guitar in that song as well, because he uses a pedal on that song, like a wah-wah pedal for the one side of it, and he uses his normal guitar for the normal one. And that was just really weird how playing it back, it was so really good how they got in the production side of it. And their first album was really good, and I love the first album a lot. I love it a lot. It's just brilliant. I think if they had not changed the sound, the Queen still sounds great as always. I think they're really cool. I mean, obviously, one of the albums that I kind of like from Queen's side of their albums I was playing, it was probably that. Probably that Night at the Opera album is incredible. Well, actually, also played Date the Races as well. So I'm playing a lot of Queen albums actually, which I really enjoyed. I really do enjoy that. It really was cool, really good indeed. So yeah, I'm playing Get Back to Queen now, which is good, and nice to hear classic Queen, which is wonderful. I also realised I've also listened last night to I listened to the what was it called, the tribute concert last night, and yeah, that was a interesting thing. Aye, yeah, interesting thing. Didn't actually know that the radio version was well, it was exactly the same as the normal one is, because that one all sounds very like raw in a way for it, really good. So yeah. So yeah, I've been listening to a lot of Queen this week, which has been really cool. Planet Mixer says it's been a back and forth lifestyle. Sally Drummer that does Queensville. Hey, it's been a back and forth lifestyle. Sally Drummer that does Queensville. I asked her, does she watch your content? And she doesn't know who you were, Tez. But I told her you both mutual to James Rundle. Oh, she doesn't know what Queensville is. She probably doesn't know anyway. No, James Rundle is a very close friend of Sally, and his channel just passed over 11,000 views, which is just very well received. And he's doing all he does is he just does guitar licks, guitar things on it. He's doing a great job actually. His channel's brilliant. He's also doing reviews now of albums. I tell you what, right? I don't mind if James does his own version of reviews for videos and albums and reviews and stuff, which is good. I mean, I was the first person to actually ever do reviews of Queen products on this channel. If you go right back to the very beginning of how Queensville was, you'll know that I've got every single review on this channel is basically done in packs and stuff, and I probably did a better review than what James did anyway. Not saying I'm not a rival to James. I'm saying James is just trying to learn the trade and stuff. It's just that he's brilliant doing the videos. He shouldn't really stick to doing like the guitar ones really, because the reviews are all right, but it kind of like it puts me off a little bit with things going on with it. But yeah, it's kind of really weird. I don't know if actually Sally is a subscriber or not. I'm not sure. That's something I'll have to check out later anyway. But because I actually went through my just started to work on the Jade's YouTube channel now, which is getting her herself sorted out what she wants to do with this, because she wants to produce more content. And obviously, I don't understand why YouTube is a joke. Really, it is, because the rules are, when you start a YouTube channel, you've got to produce 10 videos in a week, which is ridiculous. But because and I said to Jade, she says, why have you got to produce 10 videos in a week for? Because you've got to get more viewers up and your subscribers out as well. And she hasn't got enough content at the minute to get out there, which she will. She will. That'll be cool. She mentions to 50 people on a live stream on how she mentions she was bullied and picked on for liking and going on about Queen. It was her first live stream, but I thought 50 people were men, and she did a rap talk style fast talk thing. But that doesn't really work for some people anyway. If you've got a channel that you want to live stream, you have to kind of, first of all, they've got to know who you are. It's like with Jade. She doesn't like come on camera. She's camera shy mostly. That's why she doesn't video chat with me and everything else. When she's here, she's comfortable with me. Like today was a hard day for her. Really, it was a very hard day for her today. But we got through it. It wasn't anything to do about the business. It was just a personal thing that happened to her. But the thing about what I like about YouTube is the way that people start out very small. then you get to a medium, and you get large. Like same Chris's channel at the minute, which his channel's just doing really well. And I've been watching his channel all weekend, and I tell you what, if he sticks along them guidelines of doing 10 videos in 1 week, content gets better. Well, you've got to produce loads more, because you just can't say, well, 10 videos in a week is all right, 2 videos a day. But it's tiring. It's just tiring. It's just editing and singing on it. Today, I'm really impressed with Jade today. She's been doing video editing today for Chains today. We've uploaded Chains and uploaded Burns' new mix we did. Because apparently we had talked about it today, and apparently the mix that's on YouTube, the Burn one, is the rough mix. She said she wanted to upload the proper mix for it. So we've actually done the proper mix this time, which is the single mix, that's why we've changed it around for the album version of it. So that's what we've done with that. And also we've uploaded 3 tracks to her channel as well, which is Deliverance. We've uploaded Burn. Well, Burn's coming up soon. Change, she's directed herself today, which I really was impressed with that video a lot. And that was really good. So she did a great job of that video today. And she got to learn that program very quickly, actually, which was really good. So she directed it all herself. She edited the video herself. Very interested. Very good indeed. And she started. She basically does it at home as well, because she basically does the videos at home with herself, and then basically she does the main things for us as well, which is cool. But apparently from that, she's brilliant. Today was good. Tomorrow's going to be good. So she's actually back here tomorrow as an extra day, because she hasn't got anything to do tomorrow, so she's kind of going to be bored really. She's going to be like, well, come up tomorrow if you want. And she's going to have a nice dinner here as well tomorrow. I'm actually taking her off dinner tomorrow. But yeah, people who started on YouTube want to try and think they're the best, and technically the subscribers think they're a great channel and everything else. I mean, this channel's been going really well for me, to be honest. So really, it's kind of, you know, give and take really for it, you know, just see what you can do. Went into that Photoshop to ask about Queen Innuendo's single Clock Plate. Oh yes, yes, did you? Brilliant. And what did he say? They put it near the till rather than the outside window. Nice one. And said, what's night at the opera? Then I had to have a nice history chat with the men in the mid-60s today. They didn't know what Night at the Opera was. That was bizarre. Well, maybe the fact they don't know who Queen is, though, is probably why they were kind of in the ages of it. But there was very nice. If you can get that clock still, if you can find out if that clock is still available, mate, buy it. Just get it. It'd be well worth it for the collection, that. And then go through the main history chat of Queen, and you go, well, I watched a guy called Queensville, and he's brilliant. Tez is just such a great influence on his own nostalgia, and he knows all about the Matrix numbers and album releases and VHS releases as well. And it was, he's really very good guy, very nostalgic guy as well from it and stuff. And you also shoot it next time you go to the shop, mate. Tell them about the collections that we've done. I mean, we've got a lot of collections from everybody else, but me and Mark were on the phone. We were on the phone on Thursday, or no, Friday it was, before I went to the wedding on Saturday. Saturday's wedding was really, really good. And I said to him, you know, do you want to revisit your Queen collection? He says, yes, I do. I says, but I'd rather if we did it in better quality, HD camera, and you know, the better laptop this time. And I said, yeah, we'll do it that way. So we're not going to use XSplit anymore. That's what was causing the problem for us to record it live, because the audio went off. So we're going to start doing it live on this OBS. And basically we'll do that. I'm hoping to get it done next week if possible, to do his Queen collection, because I know that it hasn't been done for a while, and we kind of really want to do it differently and better. And we'll do like an overview shot of everything, and then we'll bring up the big things and stuff. We do. Yeah, said, did you know that I've got the vinyl version of the Queen BBC? And I says, I know you have, because the vinyl version's complete, the CD version's all crap, and it's not worth getting that BBC on CD. It's crap anyway. So don't buy it. Planet says, it's one of those shops with good expensive household stuff put with them signs all over. Please do not touch. Oh, okay. Those are one of those shops, is it? Betty Boo was 750 quid. Jesus Christ, that's expensive, isn't it? You should ask him how much that innuendo clock is anyway. Because you would have had that in your collection. You would have gone, Tez, I got it, yay. Send me a picture of it if you can as well. What I am wanting to do, guys, is this is something that's come around as well, so this is interesting. Because we're showing pictures now on my OBS system. What we'd like to do is, this is something that I had an idea for. All you Queen fans, all subscribers in this channel who will love Queensville a lot. I realise, guys, this channel's been going for many years. I've had a great idea. You know, I'm really thinking about probably doing a live stream or doing probably pictures of this anyway. But what I'd like you guys to do is, if you want to send me an email, you can. It's at supertez@live.co.uk. I've had a great idea, and Mark actually gave me, it wasn't Mark's idea, but he spurred something in my mind. I would like to see pictures of the best Queen items that you have in your collection, and I'd like to show them on Queensville on the OBS, because I can show pictures on OBS, I can drag them in. So if you guys have got any great Queen stuff that you have in your collection, I'd like to share it, guys. I'd like to start showing like a weekly thing, you know, like do like the best of the week thing, best collection of the week, and what's like rarity thing you have in your collection, and what was the best thing you had in your collection. I really would like to start doing that, because that was something that came around just a few days ago, and I went, oh, I know what I haven't done for a while. I haven't done a collection in a while. So we are looking for collections that have best stuff in it that I can review. Like say for example, if you had the flag case, the German flag case, original flag case. If you had Queen, the Queen, Ultimate Queen, the gold heavy plated with the CDs in gold plated form. Because there hasn't been a video of that in good quality, obviously. I mean, they've been really bad. I mean, I know somebody's already got the Queen box set, which is the vinyl box set, the new one that came out. We did a video of the complete works box set, which is now we sold it to somebody, and stuff like that would be good to have. If we could have you guys to contribute to that, that'd be really good indeed. So if you guys have got anything in your collection that you would like me to show on Queensville, please bring it forward, because there was an idea we had in mind that we wanted to do anyway from it, which is pretty good. So anything you got in your collection that you've got really rare, show it. We'll show it on Queensville, and we'll see, and whoever gets, like, say for example, if someone gets the best collection, we'll do something for that anyway. Right, questions, guys, tonight. I want questions in, guys. So you know the drill by now. That's cool. It says apparently it's £30 for the innuendo clock. That's not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. I would really suggest to get a picture of it and find out if it is the genuine one. I would say, yeah, it's got proper Queen collections on it and stuff. But definitely would have to say that is definitely a definite 100% yes. So buy that. It's really good indeed. Right. Something I'm wanting to try and get for Christmas. I'm going to try and hopefully get back on the VHS collection of my tapes for my Queen stuff. I've noticed there's a couple missing in my collection that I don't have. Now, Nicola messaged me a couple of days ago and she said, I found the Queen documentary that you're on about, the one from Channel 4, and I have seen it on YouTube, and it's absolutely, I think that's actually the brilliant one, the Killer Queen one, which is the complete collection of the solo stuff, the other ones, like Crystal's TV produced anyway, which I do love that a lot, and it's really, really good, really good. He says, I'm on hold with Queen collection. I'd like to get something off Queen once a couple of months. I would like to get 21 Pilots first album, but I'm looking at £650 over the USA. Jesus Christ, that's way expensive. Yeah, because when we were starting doing the Queen collections, the first time we ever did this on this channel, we're still getting loads and loads of people subscribing to it and loving them videos a lot. You know, getting asked questions saying any follow-ups to anything else happening. Well, so before we're going to do a Queen collection with Mark over in Newcastle, and we're hoping to do that probably next week, if not the week after, if not this weekend, if not, well, whenever in the future we can do it anyway from it. But yeah, we'd like to do that. Definitely do another Queen collection because I missed them loads of times. Because I think the best ones I watched right back to the very beginning was watching David's collection, Leander, Mark's collection. I think Mark's collection is just brilliant, really, really good indeed. His collection is actually getting bigger and bigger and bigger every day. He's buying Queen stuff every day. He's especially going up there and he's buying Queen stuff and finding out what pieces I can get. He really wants to start. He told me about a record shop in Newcastle and he said it was called Revolution Records. And I said to him, have you been there? And I said, yeah. And I said, I would not suggest, I wouldn't suggest to buy anything from that shop because it's pretty pricey in there. And if you go to Newcastle a lot and Revolution Records is there, don't buy anything from Revolution Records. It's just expensive. I don't know how people can afford to buy vinyl at the prices that they charge. It's ridiculous. I mean, I remember they had the version of the first releases that came up from the Queen's vinyl releases. They were pretty good, but one was teared apparently, and it was bad condition. So, and that was before they were withdrawn, before they were reissued in the box set. Apparently, when it came out, and that was 2006. It was when they were reissuing the vinyls, but after that they stopped them because Universal only gave it up to sheer heart attack. But they said, no, we're not going to do it anymore. We're going to take it off the shelves and we're going to reissue them later because technically it was wrong by EMI to do it anyway. You mentioned to see the movie of Queen with 20 people. Are you still seeing it in London, Tez? Are you hoping to see the actors Brian Roger there? Right, I need to clarify something up. Mark and Julie are going to London to see the premiere of We Will Rock You. I'm going to see it up here in Bolton with 20 of my friends from there. There's a lot of people saying that I get confused with some of the chat. Yeah, so I do apologise for that anyway. But no, there's 20 of us in the north going to see the film in Bolton. And I'm not going to London, but Mark wanted me to go to London to see them anyway. That was me, Mark and Julie. But it's too expensive to go down to London. It is expensive. And I'm not willing to go on a 7-hour journey by bus again because it was a nightmare to go there. But no, I won't be going to London. I will be going to see the premiere though of the film on the 23rd of October, which is really cool. So no, I haven't got any any plans to go to London now, but I am going to see the premiere of the film next month. And tickets are on sale now. I haven't got my ticket yet anyway, but I'm going to buy it when I go down anyway. Jamie Hobkirk. Hope this isn't related to anything else. Have I missed Jade's channel? I can tell you again where it is. Nope. Oh, Jade's channel's just been launched today. And she's just put some videos on there today of Chains, Deliverance, None But You, and Almost Love Her as well. She's basically upgrading her channel very soon. She's got more subscribers coming up, and she's got a new banner there as well for an album. And it's basically she's allowed to put it on because I gave her permission to do that as well. No, Jade's channel's just been launched today. Link is in the video description if you guys want to have a look at it. Go ahead, subscribe, give her the support you guys can do for her, and the more subscribers she has, the better chances you guys can start giving her support for her channel. No, you haven't missed a channel. It's just the fact I've talked about it before. So basically, you can go there, you can subscribe to it, and you can basically just give your own opinion about it as well. Jade has just released the new version of Burn today, because we were in discussion about, there was when we first originally did it as the promo version. We were going to originally release it as the main mix of it. So now that we've released the main mix of Burn, it's now available on YouTube for life, and we've done that today, and it's actually mix that sounds great. So that's the new version we're going to play in Riley's now, which Scott's going to play on Thursday when I see him anyway. Plan says I will be going to see it with probably 3 or less of the family members, my friends like Queen, but I don't think I like the idea of biopics. They're into action and superheroes in their 20s. Oh, really? I'm not into the Marvel films. Fair enough. One film that I did like was The Avengers. But the rest of the other Marvel films, Stanley needs to really think about his own life, really, for it to do. It's kind of alright, but it's kind of a bit... So, I don't like all of these Marvel remakes and stuff. I don't like them. Because probably the fact is I'm not a huge fan of the Marvel series. I just kind of think they're just so crap. I just think they're just thinking that. I did like the second film, the second Avengers film, which I thought was brilliant. But I kind of lose it a bit with them things. The main reason is I don't like it when they use CGI. I hate CGI a bit. I just hate it. Fair enough to do what they want to do on their thing, but from my point of view, it isn't that as well. John Daly Covers, welcome, my man. Hit the subscribe button, like it, subscribe, be notified on the bell. Ask questions tonight, anything you want. This is pretty good tonight as well. This is better than last Tuesday. Jesus Christ. How long have you been a Queen fan for? I've been a Queen fan since 1991. About 29 years. That's how long I've been a Queen fan for. First album I ever bought was Greatest Hits. I moved on from that, bought all the albums. Miracle was my last one I bought, and then I went back into the Queen thing in 2000 when Kris got me back into Queen, and then I started collecting it from 2000 onwards to now. So it's been nearly over 28 years. A long time. 28 years I've been a Queen fan. Favourite Queen, as I said, I get people asking me about the same question. What's your favourite Queen song? What's your favourite video? As you all know, favourite Queen song's got to be, what's it called? Now I'm Here. Best song ever written. And favourite video, Radio Gaga. Love that video to bits. Love it so much. But yeah, I've got a good big collection. Don't expect. I mean, you may expect this is right. Okay, there's more. There's more under here. There's vinyls under here. I mean, I can't get them all out because seriously, there's too much vinyl. I can't really bring them out in that time. But we will get the vinyl soon. We will. Our bill on YouTube makes YouTube itself a blended site. We all know subs wasn't enough from the start. But the best thing about it is though that the bell thing is good for new subscribers. I like it so much. Aside from Queen, are there any bands that you are favourites of? Yes, I've got a lot of respect for the Swedish metal AOR community. My favourite band of all time that I go into a lot was Talisman. Talisman just got so wet. It's Revolution Saints. There's plenty here wants to talk about. The new band I love so much is Bigfoot. Freak Show is an excellent song, that, and I hope that God Scott plays that on Thursday. I love all the rock music. It's good. UK rock scene, I'm not bothered about. No, I don't like any of the chart shit either. I don't listen to that crap. I'm sorry, but that's not me. Gives me a headache. Bands from recent bands that I like: Groundbreakers, brilliant. Talisman, far off, fantastic band. They were good, but not long together. Jessica Soto, great singer. I've got a lot of respect for the metal community as well. Mind Maiden. There's loads. There's loads, John. Loads, John. But yeah, it's a cavalcade mixed idea, which is cool. He says, I don't blame you now. The music is crap. Nothing like the music 60s, 70s and 80s. Do you know what? I told you, you know what? I have to agree with that statement. If you haven't just subscribed to this channel, you want to look at my live stream I did with the UK music scene, right? That's the best video I've ever done live on Queensville. This channel basically is dedicated to Queen fans. We talk about Queen a lot. We basically respect Queen, talk about music you like, and also the fact is we just promoted this fantastic lady, Jade Ann's new album, Secret Voice, on my own label, ST Entertainment. You can purchase this now on Discogs for £5. And I'm really proud to have this in my collection. So do go and support Jade's album. If you want to go and hear some of the tracks are on my channel, and the rough album mix is on there as well. Let me get this camera right here. No, my camera's been acting funny because I haven't got a light in here, I'm afraid, because it is dark outside and I haven't got much light in here either. Could put my phone on, obviously my phone's on charge. 2 seconds, guys, while I get this camera sorted out. We'll get back to the chat. Okay. And no, guys, I'm not talking about PCs this week. PCs can get sorted out later as well. The 70s, 80s, 60s, 70s, 80s music is what I love so much. I love the 80s a lot. I mean, I've just done 2 albums this year for one for Jade and one for Thingy and stuff. And I do like the 80s a lot. That's where my music started with it. But then after that, I went into metal music, and I love metal music to the brim. I just love, I love all that AOR music. I love it so much. It's a good thing to have that respect for the music industry. But for the UK music scene now, it sucks. But John, here's an idea. After the stream's over, go look at the UK music scene sucks on my my page. Watch that, because I've got part 1 and part 2 of that actually. But I tell you what, it's well worth watching that, because I have my own rant about it, and it is right. It's true. It was, and that was not fake. That is actually real. That's my opinion about the UK music scene, because it can go to hell, because I'm bothered about it. Because nothing's getting played in the UK now as it used to do. Look, just think about the US music scene that get in the UK, and people are just ruining songs that don't need to be ruined. Leave them alone. Leave the originals alone, please. Do not do them. There's a track that's just been released by a band. They've covered a song from Mamas and Papas. What's her name? What was her name? Mama Cass. And I have to say, it's a statement. That song should never have been out in the first place. Why Warners have released it? There's a joke. They tried. She's making it. She thinks it's her song that she wants to do. Sorry. Get out of the charts already. That's just terrible. Ruined it so much. Why do they want to express that song that she thinks it's hers, that she wants to do? Sorry. You suck. That's what my feelings are. So whenever I hear that again, they should pull it from the shelves and go, you piss off with that crap. Never, ever, ever judge Mama Cass ever from that. Never do. Terrible. Right, get your questions in, guys. I'm going to go and get some water. I'm just going to get my juice, and I'll be back in a minute. You want to talk about Queen? You want to talk about PC repairs? Please do, because I'm going to tell you about that in a minute. Devon's already been on for today. I'm going to get some water, guys, and get your chats in. Talk about Queen. Anything you want to talk about, I don't mind. General chat today, and then we'll get back to what's happening at the weekend. 2 minutes. Right. Good stuff. Alright guys. So welcome back. This is Queensville. It's 7:45. We're live. We're hoping that that Nicola Pearce is coming on today. I hope she does, because she's got a lot of good stuff on that anyway. So and if you're a first time subscriber, welcome to the show. My name's Tez. I run Queensville. It's 8 years to be on this beat. That channel's been going for 8 years. Very first Queen channel that ever existed since 2009. I've got loads of content on my channel. Check out all the videos, playlists, anything, Queen collections, a whole lot. So like, subscribe, watch. I'll keep you going for a while, which is cool. Okay, before I just get back to chat, keep your questions coming in, guys. I will get the chat in a minute. I want to talk about something else. Now, probably you guys don't know about this. On the Miracle album, great album ever made, 1989, cool album ever made. Did anybody know, Was It All Worth It? The very beginning of it is reversed. Did you know that? Was It All Worth It? Good song by Queen and Brian. Fantastic guitar on it. That it was the very beginning of it. You know? Did you know that that Mercury's voice is reversed on the track? Because I played it backwards last night, and I realised they recorded the section of it forward with Mercury screaming on it and stuff, and then when they reversed the track, they put an echo on it to make it more thing on it out as well. That's something you probably guys don't know about. Interesting, isn't it? Let's see. Right. Planet Mixer says, I did like Brian May recorded that Lady Gaga song. I think it's called High Heels On. The thing about that, I'm not happy with it. I feel Brian was just used for that song. I don't like the fact that Brian is just asking for help. Why would they want to help out herself on a song like that? I don't have any justification for it. From my point of view, that doesn't bother me at all. Not happy with that at all. What's your thoughts? Planet Nixon says, what's your thoughts on X Factor? Please. Oh, Jesus Christ. You are got to be kidding me. I absolutely hate that show. It's staged, and it's fake, and it's not true. And Carl can do what he wants with his money. Couldn't give a shit. I'm hitting a massive dislike from you. From... What's that? A dislike from you. Tez, I do too now. I do too. Oh, Tez, I do too now that Robert Williams is a judge for him. So, you know, to be honest with you, right, I couldn't give a shit about Robert Williams. I don't like the guy. He's good as an actor, but as a singer, nah. He's absolutely dreadful. And I don't know why the hell I chose him for. But I don't watch that crap, by the way. I do not watch that. That's something I do not watch. Sorry, doesn't it? That does not. From my point of view, they can do whatever he wants with his life. But no. John says, "Oh yeah, I will try and look out for that, mate. Don't think I have saw it, but hopefully I'll get round to it." Yeah, why not? He says, "But I did enjoy the Queen Week on X Factor in 2009. The Queen Week was just fake. The Queen Week was fake. It was all fake. Because we weren't allowed. Because Brian wasn't allowed to play live. And now there was allowed Roger. Go figure. In fact, they didn't like doing that because that was pressurized by by Sam's team, and they were pressuring them guys to do it, and they really didn't want to do it. You can see the frustration on Brian and Roger's face that they're thinking, "Why the hell are we here for? And why do I want to know this guy?" That's why I think everything went wrong for that thing for that. See, this is why I always keep saying about when you watch. If you watch, let me say, what was that thing they brought out before? If you watch the American Idol one that came out, which was fake as well, because they know who's going to win. I really wasn't impressed with that at all. Because the fact is, they ruin the careers of everybody, and they don't even... The people who they find out who is real, they go into the press and they say, "Oh, she used to be working for them before, but she got through and everything else." It's all staged. It's all fucking fake. So don't believe that it's all... that yeah, it's live. But the thing is, they all know the answers. It's... I mean, they don't... No, I've not seen anybody actually do a real live call in to the show, and then they get the director on the phone saying, "Ah, we know the answer now. We know that," but they know who it is anyway because they go on the cards. So, you know what I mean? It's all fake. It's all just shit. That's why I don't like that show. Just absolutely dreadful. So, from my point of view, UK Music Scene can fuck off. If Freddie Mercury, John says, if Freddie Mercury was still alive, do you think Queen would still be together as a band, still making timeless albums and touring? Yes, I think they should. If Freddie was still alive, Queen should have continued. But in 1981, they should have gave up. They should have just ended it all altogether. But there was no need to reform them in 2000. There was no need for it. Fair enough, Brian and Roger were not recording at the time. But it was hard. Because Brian hasn't made an album in what, how long now? 20 years. And we're still waiting for his album coming out. Never going to get another album like that. His first two albums were really good though. But like I said before, Battle of the Light, I would avoid that album a lot. It isn't finished. Just tracks that up just from various sources. But, you know, anyway. The American Art, yeah, they would have stepped, yeah, in my opinion, I think they definitely would have still kept going, yes. But now, no. They should have ended Queen altogether. The American album seems more of a loop album. I love it, but don't get me wrong, Tez, but with Freddie starting, there was 30 tracks recorded, and I felt what happened, mostly 15 of them was asked by fans. It probably is right, actually, because I think the majority of that American album, there is about more B-sides on that album than anything else. 3 B-sides that were out anyway. 4 B-sides probably. Like Stealin', Never Made It. Now That Did My Life Has Been Saved. Probably I don't know what else came out as well. The B-side thing, the rock and roll blues thing, whatever came out. But anything. But yeah, there was just a shame that that album was just like kind of... Rainless Fall should never have been on there. Rainless Fall should never have been on that album at all. Should never have been on there. Should have came off. Should have been a Dicky solo project. From my point of view, that should never have been on. That should be replaced by Stealin'. But Stealin's up for like 15 minutes long. It's a long jam session. And they edited that down to 3 or 4 minutes on the B-side. I was thinking, could they put a studio album in the late 80s and mid 90s before making Innuendo, before making it also? Good question. Good question. Well, you have to go back probably to the Works album. The Works album and the single that came out, which was after the Works album came out, the One Vision song. If they had not had screwed up, the Kind of Magic album, it would have been a tremendous soundtrack album and studio album. I do understand that that the reason why they were doing that, because 2 projects they couldn't meet minds at the time, and unfortunately, That Kind of Magic is not a... Get this straight. The Kind of Magic album is not a soundtrack album. It isn't. It's an album. It's a compilation album, actually. If you think about it, it is a compilation album. Basically, them tracks were EMI's ridiculous marketing crap going on at the time it was done. But now there is talks going on, and I don't know whether this has been legit yet, but there is a soundtrack album of Highlander going to be out soon. I hope so anyway, because it is bloody time brought it out. It's taking ages. I was thinking, could they, so he says, John says, speaking of that, do you think Brian May will come up with another solo album? Well, I hope so. It's about time, mate. 20 years. He hasn't made another album within 20 years. He has to make a solo album. He's got to make another heavier album, actually. The best album he's ever done was Another World. Seriously, that was just phenomenal album he brought out. But I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy with Battle of the Light. Yeah, it's all right. It's just remixes and nonsense. The only two tracks that were recorded on the album were, two tracks on the album was Battle of the Light and Love Token. And the rest of the tracks I couldn't give a crap for. Apart from Rolling Over, which is brilliant, which was on a Chris Thompson album. The rest of the tracks I couldn't give a crap for. But the album's all messed up. All they should have done was just basically put all the new stuff on that album and made it like a solo compilation album. It's kind of a compilation album from Brian's side because it's kind of like new tracks and old tracks together. But it's absolutely as it is anyway. Brian made solo album. I hope so. He needs to do one now. Michael says hello. Hello, man. Good to see you again. He says I don't like CGI either, except for the times I didn't notice it was CGI. Yeah, yeah, the Marvel films. Don't like them. He says sorry, Tez. I meant there was rumours 15 tracks. I meant late '89 and mid 1990s. Yeah, that's the same thing I just said before. I think it should be. Yeah, they should have had more in it. They should have had this. Da, 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 da. So, you know, but that's EMI for you. I mean, the band own quite a lot of songs in there. If they had a chance, before Queen Forever came out, Let Me In Hard Again should have been on an album. Technically, it was written for the Works album before Hamlet to Fall was written. It's a shame it could have not been on an album. If it had the original track, obviously, it would have been nice to know. But now it had been unsurfaced till it was '84 it was recorded, and then all of a sudden stick it on the Queen Forever album, which was technically not really. It wasn't technically Queen Forever's a mess. I really didn't. I do respect the way they were doing a few tracks. I mean, all right, fair enough. They did the Love Kills ballad and the Mortal Life Than This, which was due to be out anyway, and that was fine. But the thing about those three tracks is it is just the worst compilation album they've ever released. And there was no need to put on repetitive tracks that were not recommended. I don't even like it. 3 tracks should have just been as a solo singles. Or if they even put a chance to put it on the box set, which has been reshoot this year anyway, because that bloody box set's getting out. You know, the Queen for America box set, we were talking about that for a couple of weeks. They're bringing it out. And they're reissuing it. And it's going to make a fucking mess. And that's why Nicola got the best one. No, I got the best one as well. As it was cool. Michael says, Rob Argyle on YouTube explained why CGI most of it the time it isn't convincing. It has a lot to do with lack of contrast, but he explained it better. His channel is awesome. I have seen Rob Argyle's videos. They are brilliant. I tell you what, he's right though when he says about the explaining of CGI. It's not the same. It's total fake. It's absolute fake. It is. It's just terrible. Nicola joined. Hey Nicola. She's been messaging me, by the way. I've been watching the comments, by the way. The comments have been going crazy tonight. She says, hi, Tess. I'm on shortly. I can't join Queensville tonight, but I want to share this wonderful link. The choreography underpinning this display is phenomenal. Hope you enjoy it. Link on next message. Can't put a link in the message, but I also sent it to your discussion page. Sorry. Thank you. I'll get a link off you later. Maybe Made in Heaven could have worked. Oh, here's a question for you. Palamixer says, maybe Made in Heaven could have worked for other fans if it came after the Miracle album. I don't find The Show Must Go On. I don't find The Show Must Go On sad song is a massive rock popper song in your face. Well, The Show Must Go On was basically the end of Queen anyway. Was the last one recorded for the album anyway. But Made in Heaven, right? And this is what I was discussing about on Saturday. I don't like Made in Heaven. It was just outtakes and just messy. Again, another messed up album again. It just didn't seem right. Fair enough, it was re-recording original tracks from Mr. Bad Guy, and then it was the other ones and stuff. And I totally understand why they were doing like a Queen collaboration thing of it, maybe. I was reading about it on Wikipedia apparently yesterday, about a Mother Love song. Apparently it was three sort of versions, 3 takes that Freddie did, like with the main sawing part as well. And I'd like to hear that actually as that thing. Rest of the songs, Let Me Live was another one that should never have shelved. That was actually just for Elton John and also for Rod Stewart, which I still want to hear that one actually because it's really good. But that's why it was recorded in America. It was never finished. But saying that, some parts took off the '84 version and it was just thinking that. But saying that, was pretty good. It was wonderful. Great album, but Made in Heaven should have just been a great end to it. If it had been released earlier, it could have worked out fine for it. He says, by the way, love Deliverance. Thank you very much for that. Great. Yes, Deliverance is doing really well. Yeah. Kind regards to you, Jade and Devin. Yes, I'll see Jade tomorrow. Jade's back tomorrow, actually. She said, John said, that's Nicola Pierce. Nicola's gone now. John says, we're collaborating with Queen collaborating with Bowie. If the band got together, if the band got another chance to work with a singer-songwriter, who would you think would be a perfect fit? Good question. I like these questions tonight, guys. These guys are great. I love this John guy. I love all the questions we're getting today. It's brilliant. Positive. Well, I'm going to say from the 80s point of view. Well, I think Freddie always wanted to work with John Lennon before he died. He always wanted. They didn't see each other, but they did see each other in Madison Square Garden somewhere. But that would be nice if he worked with him. I think Brian would work with Jessica Soto on a project, definitely. Possibly, which was bizarre. I was listening to the tribute concert last night. Roger Daltrey. Apart from that, Jessica Soto is the best one of the lot. Really good. But that would be nice. But somebody now, no. Previously, yes. But yeah. Matt says, I love the Deliverance song he did. Bit mysterious. Another high energy cover. Great. I love this genre and making it in a gothic song. It's a cool concept. Thank you. Cheers, John. Cheers, Michael. Yeah, we are nearly finished the gothic album. Now we're doing it. Finish it tomorrow, actually. It'll be out in your hands when you deliver your soul to you in October. Because it's coming out soon. Yeah, she directed the video. I didn't direct it. She directed the video, and she's also directed Chains as well. Chains is doing really. Oh, that song! I'm so glad we got that song out now. We would have bring a live out, but she said no. Don't bring a live out. Bring Chains out instead. And I said, yeah, why not? We don't want to really do that, you know. Bring two of the same song, obviously. But Chains is brilliant, brilliant song. Yeah, Deliverance was pretty good. She never heard it before, but she heard the original. She loved it. Because she heard the remix that came out in '86, and we thought, you know what, we're going to do that song. And by chance, I don't have a copyright strike for that song because apparently I can do whatever I want with that song because Scratch Music Productions doesn't exist anymore. They used to own the rights to it, but they don't now. because I lost all the rights to it all. So, but Hilton Rosenthal, who wrote the song, they're not bothered now. They're bothered about the song. They say, just do it, really, do a cover of it. So I'm getting paid from YouTube for that song. So yeah. So apart from that, difference is great. He said, he says, and John says, and do you think there will be any new Queen songs unreleased that will eventually come out? I would honestly love that. Yes, there is. This planned version. There's this Queen and David Bowie thing coming out that they recorded, the Cool Cat and Under Pressure, a rare version of Under Pressure. People want to hear. Yes, there's supposed to be an unreleased takes coming out. There's the box set that's meant to be coming out, where that thing's been shelved for many years now. It might come out next year now, actually, but I mean, Queen fans are all wondering, there's a box set coming out. Well, it's supposed to be, but hasn't been released yet. The BBC Sessions was just released on vinyl. Vinyl version's complete. CD version, don't buy it. Absolutely dreadful. Don't get that. Fucking box set. It's terrible. But yeah, there will be a lot of Queen songs that are still in the vaults. Like there's like Robbery, Salmon, Ride the Silver Salmon. Ride the Silver Salmon, sheepfold. Good song that. Silver Salmon. Oh, there's a lot of songs. The Queen version of Polar Bear, Queen version of Step on Me, Queen version of a lot of Queen songs. Never been out yet though, but there will be. There will be. The David Bowie one's definitely the next one to release, because I want to bring it out with all the takes and stuff and bring an unreleased album out. We're going to hear something in Christmas time. Will be good for that. But there's no plans to. But if you're all thinking about all these rumours going around saying, is Adam Lambert going to record stuff for Queen? Nope, it's not happening. It's all false. Yeah, so definitely will be unreleased stuff again. Brian says, I know Brian stated in 2014, thanks for people not releasing Let Me In Your Heart Again on the net, so we could blame other people releasing Face It Alone or My Secret Fantasy. The thing, right? Here's the thing about some of the songs, right? That apparently were kind of left off. Face It Alone was off the I can't remember which sessions it was off now. Probably the Breakthrough, the Miracle album. And yeah, I mean, Let Me In Your Heart Again was not, well, it was released on YouTube, but they blocked it because it was kind of just a stupid idea. I think they should have basically Face It Alone may have been out. My Secret Fantasy from up there box set thing, maybe possibility for it. But yeah, it's just that as well. I actually have got that bootleg album down here, which is the I'm not going to get it out because I don't know where it is. But I got the Hot Space rare takes on it with the B-side of it, which is rare from like part one's part of all of the sessions from Hot Space, and then the other side's got the Hot Space and Game and Miracle sessions, which is pretty good. Good bootleg. Did I hear you say Freddie actually met John Lennon? Yes, they did in Madison Square Garden, but never got to record because they did Imagine Live in Hamburg, and that version is really good. But yeah, I would be interested to see these two working together. It would be good actually if there was an idea to do it from Brian May, Roger Taylor, no, Brian May and Freddie Mercury working with John Lennon. That would be good. I mean John Lennon worked with Bowie on Fame. He wrote co-wrote Fame, so that was an idea. It was Fame. So that's really cool indeed. Demonstrates. Thanks, Devin. Oh, good on. Go lie down. Go lie down. What? Can you get in? Lie down. Thanks, Devin. Thanks. She'll come back in a minute. No, she will. She will do anyway. But yeah. By the way, this chair's here. The reason this chair is here is because Jade wasn't today. That's why. Yeah, working them two together will be cool indeed. Alicia Odell says hi. hello, subscribe, like, get questions in, Queen questions, anything you want to talk about. This is Queensville tonight. It's live. It's 8:10. We're going to be here for another hour and a bit, if you want to, because I haven't done a long one of these for ages. These questions today are great, so thank you very much for tuning in today. We're going to go on for another hour and a bit. Any questions you want to talk about Queen, please come forward and let's talk about Queen tonight. Or any music you want to talk about. I'm bothered. John says, Dog with a Bone was mostly finished off a Queen unreleased song. I do have that actually on that vinyl. I'll try and find it while you guys get your questions in. Let me see where it is. Let me forward. I think get it back. I will show you my Queen collection, but seriously, there's a load in here. Let me 1 second. Oh, let me see. Is it here? No, it's not. No, it's not. Yeah, I've got the Peter Straker albums here. Oh, I don't know where it is. Oh, fair enough. There it is. This is a bootleg that came out in 2014 called Demos from Outer Space. This is demos from Hot Space and also from the Miracle Sessions. Dog with a Bone is on here, by the way. Dog with a Bone. Great. Apparently it says, chord of this. Great jam session song done in Muddy Waters style. I think so. Lead vocals by Freddie and Roger. This one seems to be done just for fun, and the energy certainly comes through. What a load of crap that is. But yeah. It's got actually 2 other songs in here. My Baby Loves Me and Guess What's Falling Up. They're actually 2. They actually segue together, those tracks, because they were done exactly the same session on that. The tape apparently stops on My Baby Loves Me and then goes straight into the next one for like a 5-second pause. I was like, what's the point of that? Just segue it together. It's the same song. That's what they were trying to do that way. This is actually a good bootleg to get. You can get this on Discogs for 16 quid, and it's in blue vinyl as well. Best track on here that's coming out soon, Feel Like. That's the rare version of Under Pressure, and it's so good, that as well. Really well worth getting that good bootleg as well. But yeah, Dog with a Bone's a bit weird. It should have been a solo song for Roger Taylor to do, and the version of Hard At My Heart on here. Don't play that. It's just terrible. Absolute terrible. Especially Cool Cat on there is awful from the tape version. Recorded with a microphone next to the speaker so they wouldn't be able to trace the recording. What's the point of that? Weird. Bizarre. I would like to see Queen's Face It Alone as an official release, but I don't think it was completely finished yet. It seems highly doubtful. Face It Alone is not on here. Yeah, actually, Face It Alone was pretty good. Same sessions as the Miracle Sessions. There's a load of sessions out there from the Innuendo days to the other ones, and like the rare version of Invisible Man, and I've actually got a rare version of. I've got an Innuendo at the Miracle teaser type thing with a rare version of Don't Lose Your Head, I've heard, and I've got the Invisible Man alternative version of it. The version on the 2011 version on the CD is the Roger Taylor demo. It's the Roger Taylor demo of it. It's not actually. The version that's on that album. It's the actual demo from Roger Taylor they used, because I couldn't get the Freddie version, which explains it why. Bit weird. But I don't know if that will be an official release of Face It Alone. It would be nice to hear that, actually, because it's a good song anyway. My point of view is it's kind of a bit about that. Planet says, Freddie's cringe lyric, breastfeeding himself, I shall hold the bitter pill from Life Is Real, is what the hell. Yeah, that's a little bit controversial. That as a success is my breathing space. You know. Yeah. Breastfeeding myself. Life is Real is all right, but it's a song I would not really recommend to listen to. The version on this one, has got Freddie's vocals different on the track. Begins with either a drum machine or Roger playing. Brian's guitar work is a bit more prominent, and Freddie's piano has a bit more volume than on the album. The version of that one's bizarre, but it was written at a time before John Lennon died. Saying that though, it's not a bad song. Plan says, do you find having slow chat with mainly 5 people helps you a lot, Tez? Could you find it hard having 500 people typing every 5 seconds with 3 to 4 lines to read? No, not really. I'm used to it, really. I'm used to seeing fast comments. I can just easily just scroll up anyway with my mouse and just read them anyway as they are. So no, I'm fine with it. I'm very fine with it indeed. Yeah. One release I would like to see out, that I haven't brought out at all, which is a bit of a pain. I don't know whether it's actually brought it out on a soundtrack. Iron Eagle soundtrack? Everybody remembers that? The Iron Eagle soundtrack's got One Vision on it, which apparently is a different mix on it, on a different version they did on the not the album version. It's a different version they did on the film, because Queen wanted. Well, I don't know whether they asked the management if they could use that for the film of the Iron Eagle soundtrack. I'll say about Iron Eagle, I couldn't give a crap about Iron Eagle. First film was good, but the rest of it was naff. Only because Queen's song was in it, that's all. But yeah, and even all the plastered stuff over that RCA Columbia Pictures video was just really brilliant stuff. What do you think the Beatles? I love the Beatles. The Beatles were the dynamic duo writers of the world. Beatles are the best. Don't even know as it has what's that blue stuff next to print the liquid stuff. What? Oh, this bottle here. Oh, this bottle that's been standing over there for quite a while. I'm sure it is. It's there's a funny story about this. I'll tell you why that's been sitting there for a while. This is a Astonished Carpet and Upholstery Spot Stain Remover. Basically, the dog had an accident in one of the rooms before, and I used this stuff to clean next door. Devon had a bad tummy problem, and she was bad. But that's the reason it's sitting there is because I haven't moved it for a while. So there, it's out your shop now. That's probably why you're thinking a couple of weeks ago it's been standing there for ages. I just keep forgetting to move stuff around there because I can't be bothered. Just everything gets moved in the way a bit. That's the reason why. I'll take this next question and I'll go for a wee, go to the toilet, and then I'll be back with you guys in a minute. Queen will always be #1 to us of big time. Yes, they will. But if I was to pick a second favourite band, definitely would be the Beatles. Great band. The Beatles were the legends. The Beatles were great. Best song I like of the Beatles, apart from Freebird, is Day Tripper. Because I love that song to bits, because that's one of the Beatles' best sounding. Easiest riff to play actually on the guitar. And it's so good. Get back in 2 minutes, guys. Keep your questions coming in. You know the drill by now. away. You can risk it all, be the curtain on night today. Can't believe that song's in my brain now since we actually uploaded it just a few hours ago. You'll find a way. If you want to hear some great music, guys, by the way, check out the videos of Burn and also Chains and Deliverance on our channel. Just released today. This girl is doing so well. This is an album you have to buy, guys. You've got to buy this album. I've just produced this album this year. This album is doing so well. Jade's album is good. Like rock stuff, like Queen, that's what you need to buy. Buy that on Discogs for $5. Can't go wrong with an album like that. Absolutely phenomenal. Brilliant stuff. And also, coming out in October, November. It's like there's a plastic block. Let me try that again. If you want to have a good album, also coming out later this year, is this album from Jade. This is the album that people are waiting to hear, which is the new one called Jade's Dead Inside album. And I have to say, My Best Days is becoming to be the top song of the year. And you wait, you hear this girl sing. She's amazing. Jade's album comes out soon with a new song, Garden Light, on it. There's 2 albums you should buy this year. Buy them for Christmas. There's what you should get. Right, about your questions now. These questions are doing great, guys. Keep your questions coming in, guys, because the more questions we get, better chances Queensville becomes to be a great channel. Do subscribe, like, love the videos, press the bell for indications when I'm live, and keep them coming in because we're loving these chats tonight. Really good guys tonight. John's the new subscriber. He can subscribe now and he can see all our videos, even from the very beginning when we did the collection videos, everything we did. Go and look at them as well, guys. One thing I've got to tell you guys is today my computer's been sorted now. There was an issue with the memory. I've got to get some new memory for the computer, but it's going to cost a lot of money. So that can wait till later. No bother. Planet says, been noticing a lot of black hipsters from USA have been doing Queen reactions to the songs on YouTube, saying the first time they hear the songs, maybe the gearing from what they see in the movies. It's only because of the Miami Project remix of No One Bites the Dust. And also that, what was it? What was the other one? The rap one they brought out. I don't understand why. In my point of view, I hate rap music to the brim. It wasn't even. I didn't like the way they were doing it. So the rap community, I do not like it at all. So my point of view, I really don't like it. Gaming Head's here. Nice one. Gaming Head, I have sent your thing off today. I've sent your CD off. So your CD's been sent. And you will love it as well. Here's up today. Good. Questions in. Got a lot of questions in, guys, today. Great stuff today from Queen. Absolutely amazing. John says, I've subscribed for you to a good while now, but I never knew you actually went live. Been live for quite a while, actually, for over nearly a year now. So I started getting back into this probably about January. We do it on a Tuesday night and a Thursday and a Saturday afternoon. Hopefully the Saturday try and get the thing on stuff as well. Like where am I now? I'm lost now where we are. Oh, I know they did a remix of No One Bites the Dust, but I could not say it with Lily of the Valley or Somebody I Love. They did do a remix of Somebody I Love. It was the Hollywood Records version. And Lily of the Valley never touched that song. They ruined it so bad. But yeah, I'm live every Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday and Saturday, guys. Sorry. He says, if you were to pick a Queen song that would totally relate to you, that you can totally relate to, with events that happened in real life, which one would it be? Well, I think my answer would be, is this the world we created? Because basically that was about the famine in Africa, and also with the Save the Children Fund as well. I think, yeah, probably Is This the World We Created is probably the one I like so much. Very short song, but well worth a full recording of it. That was actually done live in the studio. That was done in one take. No mixing, nothing. One take. The live version's probably hard to hear all the time because Mercury cracks up a lot on that song. The one that I think the best version that he ever did was the Friday Night Concert, which I do have on audio now. The Friday Night Concert is really, really good. But it's rare now. That is rare now. Never released it though on CD. But I've got the official Blu-ray, not the official DVD version of it. And it's cool. So that's one artist leaving us in. Planet says, I don't mean to be sound blah, but if they're coming out of the hipsters as how we see them in the style of music, that's the art, aren't they? It's like what I was saying before about the American music scene today. Fair enough, they're keeping it as it is. There's a lot of artists being dropped. Even in the UK now, they're dropping a lot of artists in the UK now. Because I mean, selling a lot of records and a lot of downloads. I mean, I'm sick of all this palaver going on about why is it the music industry has to release this thing. It's just trash. It's trash. Gaming Head says, I bought the singles collection box set, a message on the gods. He bought it. Nice one, my man. Nice one. Good set. That is a great reproduction of all the singles. Really nice. And especially all in the original singles as well. Which I have to say, that set is brilliant. And all the sound in it is amazing. I don't know if Time is actually... I don't know if Time is the version that's on singles. I don't know if it's the same version on that box set. I'm not sure. Might be. Pan says, some people believe Freddie Mercury was autistic for being a shy person, but it's hard to relate to his autism, as I have it as well. The thing about it was, if you remember watching the Untold Story, the original Untold Story, not, yeah. The Untold Story is a great, best documentary ever watched, including also the second one, which is the other one. I think he was a great graphic designer. He was very good at it. I mean, he was brilliant. Then when he came to the UK, Feltham was when he lived, and then basically he went to the college, met Brian. He was really good. He was brilliant. He also did the cardboard cutouts for the Great Pretender as well. Cut them all up and made them all on the stage. Absolutely amazing. I've actually got the rare version of. He says it should be the same version of Time. I've got the rare version of Time. That I don't know whether it's from the stage version or either it's just live or anything, because it's a rare version I have got, and it's off a bootleg CD called Queen Remixers. It's a bootleg apparently from Canada, from EMI's Canada division, and it's pretty good. It's got a rare version of Time on it with some dialogue in it, and apparently it's got then it mixes straight into the track. I'm not sure where they got it from, but it was a hell of a bonus track on that. Well impressed with it. And then until Dave Clark remixed it for the 2000 version of that one for 2 songs, Dave Clark asked Brian May to come and do the guitar parts on Time and the thing, because I think the soundtrack was getting remastered at the time, and I think he wanted to put on Brian on the 2 tracks anyway, which were good. And the 2000 version of Time is fantastic. Really good indeed. He says, Planet Mixer says, I do Queen logo band. Only thing that makes Pink Floyd and the Beatles shit, not having a designed logo. Yes, yes. They haven't changed the, well, they have changed the logo quite a while back because they went to the old style, then the new style, then the Queen Plus style. And the Queen Plus thing should be totally abolished. The Queen Plus thing should be abolished altogether, I think, because basically the Queen Plus thing is just totally out of hand. Oh, I do love. Yeah, I think the original Queen logo is brilliant. I think the best logo they did was the 70s one, until they changed it to the 80s one. But Richard Gray took over the designing sides of it, which was really cool and good. I do like the way that Richard Gray designs all the albums. I think he's brilliant. But for the Queen on Air one, they should never have done that stupid wavelength thing, and they should just put a picture of the band on it. Well, that's them. That's Universal's marketing trade. Arseholes. Idiots. Anyway, I think the lyrics of "There Must Be More to Life Than This" are fit in with nowadays situations. I do have to say I do agree with that, actually. I couldn't give a crap about the version they brought out with Jackson on it. Yes, you're going to say to me, why is the Jackson version not your favourite thing you ever like? The way they mixed it was totally wrong. They basically should have just put it on as the Jackson version instead of just put. Well, I understand why they were doing it for, because we'll have to make sure they're getting money from the rights from the Jackson Foundation, which they did. But there is a fault with that mix on that, I've noticed. Apparently, at the very end of it, when they go more to life than this, listen very carefully. It's out of sync. Ending's out of sync. They couldn't get the track right. That's why there's a problem with that. There. That's why Queen Forever's should never. Queen Forever's just a waste of time buying. It's just an album I want to just trash away and just go no. I just think that album is ruined to bits. There was no need to bring out another compilation album. I mean, that was just. It wasn't the band's idea. It was EMI. It was actually Universal's idea. And they always keep saying, what we're going to bring out now, let's bring out another Queen compilation that people are going to buy. And what does Universal decide to do? Make a mess of everything. It's absolutely dreadful. Mad. Anyway, Planet Mix is about to leave us soon. He says, I have to ask you before I go, mate, what's your thoughts on this KSI and Logan Paul fight? Do find all like twins for big-headed guys, also their brothers Delgy and Jake Paul. I'm going to quickly say, that's all I have to say about that. I don't have anything to say about that, actually. I don't watch things like that, I'm afraid. Music's what I like. But no idea. Devon's being naughty now. Being naughty girl outside. Anyway, moving on from that. What do you think the band Oasis? I'm going... seriously? Seriously? The brothers? I've talked about this before. Let's get one thing straight here. The only reason that you've talked about that is because it's to do with Brian and Freddie, and they asked about question about Queen, and you know. They were a rip-off band. They rip off the Beatles. In fact, I think they ripped off the Beatles. That's all they did. When they trying to think of the next Beatles band, and they're not. And Paul McCartney gets really pissed off with the fact that they rewrote All You Need Is Love. They rewrite Strawberry Fields Forever. You know, using the same exact tones as what it was in the music scene like that one. That band should be shot for what they do. They also ripped off Status Quo. They ripped off. They're just not a good band. And to be honest, fair enough, Alan McGee signed them on the label Creation and made them millionaires, and then fights happened, and then the MTV thing happened, and then it was just thingy. I don't like that band. That band is seriously wrong. They just basically rip off other bands. They're just too Beatley. So no, I don't like them. I hate them a bit. I know I don't have any of their albums. I know I don't listen to them. And no, I do not like them at all. Anyway, moving on from that. With all respect, but I don't like when diagnoses are put on famous people, especially when they're not alive anymore. It is hard enough putting a correct diagnosis on people, on professionals anyway. I'm going to just quickly say this. People who have got autism and problems with what they had in the past, it can't be something that cannot be mended. It can be only something that people can live with, and they can't deal with the problem. Freddie Mercury was a great inspiration to everybody in the whole world, from music people to younger generations, to older generations, to our generation. And Freddie should never have died. He should have stayed. Well, because of the illness thing that happened with him, it's a shame. But what we miss, and I'll be serious, what we miss is him. Because the music scene is now fucked up. That's the reason why the UK music scene is not the same as before. That's why they always have got one chart for the rubbish UK teenage shit. Rock chart is not the rock chart anymore. Not as it used to be. The BPI can just sort of go to hell. That's what I think. Because I can't give a shit about the BPI. That's the British phonograph industry, by the way, I'm talking about. They can just screw themselves. They've screwed us over. So, watch it. But I can't be bothered with the scene now. Because I couldn't give a shit about the teenagers today. If they wanna listen to their shit, go ahead. If you want to be a stupid person who wants to listen to that crap, get out of the place immediately and just go home. That's why I really, really was pissed off on Saturday. Didn't mind the rock and roll scene. The other stuff I just couldn't give a shit for. That's why I left. I don't like Oasis. Blur was kind of cool. With the Pet Shop Boys produced song Girls and Boys. Right, let me just tell you something about that band. I didn't know this. All my mates that I've met for over the past few months talked nothing about the Gorillaz. Now, I have never heard them before. After I did some research on that, I didn't know that Damien Albarn from Blur formed that band. I have no idea what the obsession about that band is. I can't understand them. CGI. Don't want to be known for what they do. Pet Shop Boys produced Girls and Boys. Did they? Is that the can't remember the song right now. I can't remember what it's called. That song, isn't it? Do you think the rock charts will ever come back just like the old days? Do you know what, right? Do you know what? I'm going to say something desperately, John, right? I desperately have to say to a plea to the UK music scene, to Sony Music, to Universal, to everybody out there. Bring the charts back as it used to be. Because what you're doing now is you're ruining our lives badly. You are. There was... When I was at that party on Saturday, I didn't really care for the music. And he went there to see my mate and got married, and it was brilliant. I was just getting so frustrated with the fact that why is it that they've got to express their feelings on record? It's no way to release a song. Why would I want to hear a song about your girlfriend sleeping with you, cheating on you? It's like I'm listening with a song about nonsense. Why do you want to start having sex with them when you know what I mean? It's like, and then this guy starts singing stupid choruses that kind of bugged the hell out of me. And he's just trying to think he's just the next. He's just like, oh, please stop it. That's why I can't stand it. There's no need for it. Our point of view, yes, they should bring the rock charts back. Why can't it just be like 1980 again? Why can't it be like 1988 again? When you had the metal scene, the rock scene, all together, it was great. And what do they want to do? The BPI thinks they have to make it even more better for the industry to have their own way. They have to release something that's got to be to the public. Yeah, but what you're doing is you're ruining their lives. They don't understand what the hell they're listening to. It's just mulch crap to listen to in the world. Terrible. When I was fixing my mate's laptop, the Toshiba that's there now, it's still sitting there and it is fixed, but there's only I'm back. I literally was just getting sick of this. What was it? 3 songs that I didn't want to hear the sound. I also turned the sound off. Just fucking crap. I don't understand. I still, to this day, do not understand why people want to listen to this stuff. Why can't everybody be heard? There's only one voice that's got to be heard. I mean, Jade's album's just been out now. It's been sounding like crazy. All of a sudden now, the youngsters say, we don't like it. What are you listening to? Well, we listen to this stuff. I'm sorry. I says, well, that's not what you should be listening to. I'm sorry, but that's not what you should be. Why would the old guys listen to like the kids stuff for? I don't understand why the attraction comes from the females in the charts today when we're not getting the rock community to do what they want to do. Look at Frontiers Records in Italy. They've been producing songs for many years, and the albums are brilliant. That's why I kind of really get annoyed at the fact that there is all this stuff going on. They just say, no, we'll bring out what we want to bring out. Yeah, but what do? You ruin them. You just ruin people's lives. You just do. Even when we're talking about that thing last time, we talked about that ginger guy, scruffy guy thing. He was just got sued 6 million over a song. It wasn't him, it was his management that got sued for it. But that's why I really am so. I'm still to this day I'm not happy with it at all. I would just like to go down there and say, look, get rid of this shit on the charts. You can't do that. And they say, why? It's not working. Either I'll come to your door and I'll strangle you and I'll just say to you, look, this music scene's got to change now. Why is it you're not playing AOR music on radio for? Why is it you're not playing that stuff for? Why is it commercial radio stations have to play what they have to play? Why is it all these rules, regulations and stuff, That's the reason why my UK music scene, look at that video. I didn't lose the hope for good music, but it doesn't look good in my opinion. It's just been nothing but rubbish. I used to go out on a Wednesday night. I'm not really even like it, to be honest. It just bores me to hell. I mean, when you think about it, Queen is not getting played on radio anymore. It's always, I'll tell you who's actually in part of I'll tell you where it is. There's a radio community called Boar Media in London who are an arseholes to work for. They can't have their opinion, but they have to do it for their rules. And it isn't down to the fact that it isn't down to record companies. Well, it kind of is, but kind of had to say, no, I tell you what we'll do. Warner Brothers will give us the treatment. Universal will give us what they want to release. And then Cowell's company comes in and ruins. He's wrecked the whole system. He's the guy who's really wrecked everything. Fair enough, he's a rich guy, but God blimey, he just fakes it all. Michael says, strange thing is that already professional artists are doing talent shows now. Why the fuck's this? Glenys Grace, who the fuck is she? Is establishing it in the Netherlands, but she had to prevent was a poor single parent in the USA. Well, it's really bizarre. We're about to release a song called My Best Day soon. And as you all know, the story about Jodie and me are doing really well. And she can't wait. Can't wait to get this youngster in here and sing. She's amazing. And I can predict, right, this year being a top success song for My Best Days to be out. We really, I'll tell you from all my subscribers who watch Queensville and also you subscribers who subscribe to this channel, if you wait till October, we will be releasing My Best Days for real. And because if you think that the music scene today is out of control, wait till My Best Days comes out, and I tell you what, you will all be downloading that like crazy. And that will be promoted on as a video. Because I'm telling you right now, when I started up this little business, I didn't want people getting ripped off by the scene. They don't get paid for it. Do you guys all know that the fact that the UK music scene, they don't get paid at all? None of them get paid. None of them do. They get a 12 million month contract. But that does not actually say that they will get paid for it. They don't. They rip them off so well. I mean, I remember in '86, Warner's started WEA, Warner Electric Artists, Asylum Records, Warner Electric Asylum, was apparently a scam that happened with Warner Brothers. Did a scam with the Bee Gees. This is interesting. Now, originally they were signed up to Polydor for their album deal, and then apparently they were given more money from Warner's to do the ESP album, but only because the reason they did that album is because it was Arif Mardin came back. And he wanted to produce a successful commercial album. And this also happened with Eric Clapton. And it also happened with who else was on Warner Bros. At the time? Donna Summer also got scammed. Because if you remember her album that came out, it was she didn't want to do that album, to be honest. It was just a disaster. It was only because it was making, she wanted not to pursue the P2L experiment on it. She wanted to make it her own. But because of the pressures at Warner Brothers, they only said, no, we need a commercial album from you this time. Are you able to go back and work on something that we can do? And then she stayed in London for over about a month. She got the new, Vida Sassoon came in and did her hair, made her makeup, did all the things on it. And all of a sudden, she goes back into Peter Well, and apparently that's when she had a fight with Waterman and said, I don't want to do this music. I want to do something that would be ideal for me. But yeah, in fact, there's the track that she released. Let me try and think what it was. There was one song from that album. I mean, don't get me wrong, right? Donna Summer was brilliant when she came out. But when she released that, what was the first song she released out of that? It was I Don't Want to Get Hurt. And the B-side had On Dinner with Gershwin. And by Warner's request, they said, oh, we just noticed that this has been getting played on radio. Why can't we re-release this again? So Richard Perry well, Warner's put it on, and they went, no, put it on as a bonus track. But they really hated that track so badly. And it was Warner's idea, and they said, oh no, we're going to put this on. No, that was just because it was a commercial success enough, or it was a flop anyway, that song was. Because Brenda Russell was kind of backing up and thinking, yeah, we'll do that, come on, let's do this one. And I think that's the reason why right now it's just going worse. So no, I don't like it. Anyway, moving on from that, because I don't want to talk about that anymore. But if you want to go see more of that video, go and look at the UK Music Scene Part 1 and Part 2. Go there and have a look at that video. And I've got my massive rant about that as well. It is really interesting. So there's still John. There's something for you to watch tonight when you get a chance. Also check out Jessica Soto live at the Queen Convention 2003 on YouTube tonight. Do watch it because it's well worth seeing that concert. And I tell you, it'll change your life. It is brilliant. Right, let's get back to more sub questions before I finish. This Queens was going on pretty long tonight. This is really good. Michael says, the guy says, I said once I love Freddie's music in my class. They just knew that he was gay. Very sad. Dutch rock singer Len Barbier, Turbo and No Excuse. Exquisite. Tried the same in the Netherlands. It's sad, but what else can they do? Just what I've said before, music scene's just gone to hell. Have you heard of a band called The Struts? I have. They are kind of bringing back rock and roll sound, and the frontman Luke Spice has pretty much compared his look to Freddie Mercury. I have heard of these guys. I think my friend Steve's told me about them actually, and they're well worth seeing because they're good. Michael says, Glennis Grace is not your type of singer, Tez. She's soul and screams a lot. Oh, good. I don't want to know about that anyway. Apparently, he says, but she did very well with her fake story. Told you it was all fake. It's not true. Why do you think, right? Why do you think when they film the X Factor shit going on, why do you think that they have to say this on camera? It's all scripted out. There's a script right in front of the camera lens. They're not looking at the interviewer, looking at the script, and they said, "You read this out on camera," and that's why they do fake. It's all fake. But she did, yeah, exactly, fake. It's lazy television, but because the viewer can't look at the jury reactions and follow them on what the singers, no looking for yourself. I'll have to say something actually very quickly before I finish this. If you look at Telly Today, it's a load of rubbish. It's just crap. Anyway, Michael said, I've got to leave now. Good night. Thank you for tonight's Queensville. Thank you. No problem at all. It's been a hell of a well-earned Queensville tonight. It's been really bloody brilliant. It's been a very good stream, this has. I'm going to take a few more questions, and then we haven't got any more questions. We'll leave it there for tonight. I'll take about another few minutes before I leave. While we're waiting for more, I'll just quickly say that now we're starting to get videos probably produced for you guys. We've got Angry Penguin coming up in October. We've got a new the Dead Inside project still going ahead. Next week's going to be my best week ever. Can't wait for next week. We start recording Dead Inside for real next Friday. I cannot wait to do it. I'm so excited to do this project now. You guys have waited many months for this to come out. Dead Inside next Friday is getting recorded. The guitar parts are getting recorded. The bass parts are getting recorded. We've gone to do a lot of work for this. And then after that, we come back here. We will be getting Jodie in here. I do promise you, she will be in this producer studio. Because we will be getting her in here soon. And I think magic is going to happen on that week. I really can't wait to do this album. A few more questions before we go. Have you been to see Brian and Roger live? Nope, I have never seen them live. I have only been to 2 tribute shows. And I'll say them again because you probably want to know. My first tribute show was with a guy called Gary Mullen and the Works. Second tribute show was Magic. And I went to see the We'll Rock You live in Sunderland. And it was a great show indeed. It was bloody good. It was well worth it going there as well on that night. But no, I didn't see Brian Roger live. No, never have. Always seen him on Facebook and everywhere else, but I've never seen him in the flesh. No, I haven't. Do you play in a band? No, I am a producer and I play that thing there. And I play guitar. But I play rhythm guitar. But I'm a producer. And if you want to follow me more on me, John, if you're interested, Facebook.com, links actually on here, on this video. Facebook.com, ST Entertainment Limited, live streams on my Facebook page. And also Queensville is on there as well. Do contribute to Queensville if you want to. He says, yes, I've seen Gary Mullen 3 times in Aberdeen and once Dundee. I used to like Gary Mullen. He's not good now. He's not good as he used to be. He just takes it too far. He's too... It's just the way he plays, it's the way he delivers on stage and the way he just acts. It's too far. It's just too much. And he can still do it, but to be honest, it's not good. It used to be good, but I just think it was just a wasted opportunity by the guy. I think he just kind of, he started out great, but after that, it was just the voice. All I was interested in was the moves he did was great, but the voice just doesn't cut it for me. It's either you like Marmite, you hate Marmite, you like Marmite, you hate Marmite. You like coffee, you like coffee, you hate tea. Just think tribute artists today are kind of wasting their breath. And that's why, going back to what we were saying before, we've lost a lot of things that should never have been done in the first place and should never have been touched. I thought the voice was so close to Freddie's. That's the only thing about Gary's. It is near enough, but it isn't cutting it fine. I would say, from my point of view, it has to be Mark Martel and Jessica Soto. Check them out on YouTube. Check the Queen ones on YouTube, the Queen Extravaganza. It's well worth seeing that. Do watch that Jessica Soto live at the Queen Convention. Fantastic show. And I tell you what, John, if you like that sort of thing, watch that show. Jessica Soto live, Queen Convention, 2002. Watch it. And I'll tell you what, it will. Honestly, you'll just have your mouth open all the time. Nicola watched it, she loved it. So you watch it, you'll just go, what? Absolutely amazing. It's such a great thing as well. It's amazing for it. I am now going to say a big thank you to everybody for tonight's amazing chat. This chat has been brilliant. We're going to keep doing this on Tuesdays now, and Saturdays we're back. Thank you very much to John. Thank you very much to the people who couldn't join us today, especially a quick thing to Planet Mixer, Gaming Head join us. Thank you so much for all your questions. Nicola Pierce joined us for a few minutes, but she had to go. Michael's Ward, who designed our cover for Jodie's album. I get to see Jodie on Thursday, actually, which is great. I definitely saw Mark Martell. He's so realistic. I watched him on YouTube, and seriously, that is just made my night tonight. So thank you very much indeed for your chat today. I really have to say a big thank you very much to everybody tuning in on this Queensville tonight. Absolutely brilliant. So we're back with you guys Saturday. I don't know if I'm doing a live stream at Mark's house or I'm here. I don't know yet. Mark, me. Mark, here. Mark, I don't know. But we've got a live stream coming up of doing a Queen collection at his house soon. And we're going to do it much better than we've expected it to be. So, we're back with you guys on Saturday. I'll keep you guys posted. If I do have any news on the live stream, I'll post it immediately on my YouTube page. Do subscribe, do like, do subscribe. Look at all my videos from past experiences. Oh my guys, I had a great stream. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight. I will catch you guys Saturday afternoon. Until then, this is Tez Get Out of here. Goodbye. See you later. Have a good night. See you on Saturday. Bye.